Hi there, and welcome to Tarot Heads or Tails, Episode 1. Go ahead and toss a coin to see what you get. If it's heads, the first tarot reading will be for you. If it's tails, then the second reading is for you. Okay, let's get started. I'll speed up the shuffling process for you. I know this part can seem rather tedious, but I want to make sure they're all shuffled really well. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'll be doing a 3-card spread, past, present, and future. The first tarot card on the left, which represents something in your past, is the card of strength. The middle card, which represents the present time, is the 2 of Wands. And the third card regarding the possible future is the 5 of Swords. Here's a better view. The Strength card suggests that in the past, you've worked on strengthening your body and or your mind with either physical training, education, or both. Over time, you've learned that force is not a match for spiritual strength. I can see that your training has paid off because the 2 of Wands represents your current circumstance, where now you feel established and quite independent. Perhaps you're self-employed or thinking about it. You now have decision-making power, and you're being prompted to make a very important choice. Yes, I see that you're in the midst of mapping out a plan. The Suit of Wands is associated with the direction south and the spring season, in case this means anything to you. You may be drawn into some sort of fight or disagreement in the near future with regards to the important decision you make. This is where the 5 of Swords encourages you to surrender the fight if victory cannot be won or if the cost is way too high. The 5 of Swords is also a reminder, reminding you that this storm will pass. Whatever you decide, don't allow revenge or blame to rear their ugly heads. These actions will waste what precious resources you still have remaining. This could be referring to a nasty lawsuit, knocking their block off, or turning their teeth into piano keys. I think you get the picture. It's actually best to walk away from the fight. The Suit of Swords is associated with the direction east and the fall season. Let's pull another card for some more clarity and favorable advice.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles. The Suit of Pentacles corresponds to things like material possessions, your job, values, and security. Now, the 2 of Pentacles represents a need for change, and I'm not talking nickels, dimes, and pennies. You have endured changes in the past, both comforting and uncomfortable, and would be called upon to do so again. I guess you can look at it as sort of a test. The advice here is to see change as an opportunity to grow even more, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or financially. Something tells me that for most of you watching, the main focus for you in this reading is on finances and your work, although a small number of you might be focused on other things such as relationship issues, moral dilemmas, retirement options, or trying to decide whether to move to a new place or not. Whatever the case, trust in what you've learned and gained from the past. Those positive qualities will help you navigate the upcoming change with wisdom and a fresh perspective. You can choose to see this change as a wonderful opportunity for growth rather than a hurdle. So in a nutshell, make the wise choice. Consider walking away from the upcoming fight, and you'll encounter a positive change in the end. Okay, now let's move on to the second reading for those who flipped the coin and got tails. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, the first card is the 3 of Wands. The middle card is the Moon. And the last card is the Queen of Wands. The Three of Wands tells us how in the past you were blessed with a great opportunity, a dream come true, whether it was a collaboration in a happy enterprise, raising a family, or what have you. The Tarot's moon suggests that at the present time, you're feeling anxious or a bit lost. Maybe you're homesick, missing someone, you've been misunderstood, or falsely accused of something awful. I feel there's something of a serious nature, or perhaps frightening news may have recently come your way. Okay, whatever the case, you will get through it. Your fears will subside as the Queen of Wands has appeared to remind you of the magnetic, self-confident qualities you possess. The Queen's placement in this reading encourages you to initiate positive action in a self-assured and creative way. Creativity may very well reignite your passion for life if that's an issue. Perhaps through art, music, or some type of vigorous sport. Hey, have you ever heard of laughter yoga? It might sound nuts, but they say it's very therapeutic. I bet you can see yourself now going ha ha ha, he, while in downward dog pose. Yeah, it's perfect for stretching your back and your sense of humor. The Queen of Wands adds constructive criticism to the reading by asking you to tone down that bossiness or that little control freak that we all have in us to some degree, and instead focus on your nurturing and generous nature. I can see that you're never too busy to take up arms for a good cause, but don't forget to spend time outdoors surrounded by nature, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed or down. After all, hanging out in nature is like stepping into a beautiful poem. Birds chirping, trees swaying, fresh air filling your lungs. Pure magic. Until you realize that earthly scent is actually the coyote poop you just turned into a haiku with your shoe. And finally, you may not realize it, but there are many people who look up to you, depend on you and your advice, and find you inspiring. Just have a little more patience, tact, and understanding towards others, especially those who may be troubled, and be kind to yourself as well. You have a lot going for you. It's time to notice it once again, you awesome person, you. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider commenting, hitting that like button, and subscribing so you don't miss future tarot readings. Thanks so much for watching and have a terrific day.